All right, guys, welcome back to another trade recap. This one hurts. This one is brutal. This sucks. This really does suck. We ended up losing $2,990.86 across my three accounts. Hurts real bad. Hurts real bad. Ended up hitting daily loss limit on these accounts. Unfortunately, ended up taking two fat L's. I sized up. And just took two fat L's. Usually I risk like $350 per trade, and this time I risked about $500 per trade, and that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out, just sizing up. I feel like it's time. And unfortunate that literally the first day that I decided to do this, I get railed on some A plus shorts. So we're going to talk about it, whatever, all of that, all the juicy stuff, the goodness, let's essentially get into it. So, first things first, right? A lot of you guys are going to say this shit's a pattern trade. It is not. I'm going to tell you right now that this is not a pattern trade, okay? Based off of everything that I know, everything that I've learned, everything about trading, this is not a pattern trade. This is an A-plus setup literally every single day of the week. Every single day of the week, I am taking this trade 10 times out of 10. I do not care about the data wick, okay? I genuinely do not care. I'm taking this 10 times out of 10, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, we have this unfilled 4-hour gap lower, okay? And yes, you can say, our draw on the day is this daily gap, which I would agree that that was our draw on the day. Now, however, was that what we were going to do right off market open? I didn't think so. Depending and given the circumstances of what we actually got, I did not think that that was going to happen, right? We also had an unfilled hourly below down here, right? We ended up inversing this hourly gap right here. And then we also had this high resting inside of this hourly gap right here, right? So these are a couple things that I'm looking at. We also had stacked highs right here at this gap, as you can see, right? So what ends up happening off of market open? Well, you can also see at the same time, where's my, I don't know why that's gone. Anyways, you can also see, right, low right here, London low right here, another low right here, resting right where that 4-hour gap is, right? And we've already taken out London and Asian high, right? So a lot of times what happens off that one, we go back down to the downside. Shit's really unfortunate. Anyways, what ends up happening? Off of market open, we end up displacing higher. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying, okay, I want to see longs up to here, but we need some sort of manipulation, right? So I'm down to take shorts to here to then long up to there, right? Because this looks good. Take these out, right? Generate liquidity to then continue up towards data high. That being said, off of market open, we end up pushing up, putting in an SMT with that high that we ended up sweeping out inside of that hourly gap, also swept out this high, right? So now technically we're delivering off of an hourly gap. There's also a 15-minute gap there, right? And we just swept out a high and we put it in an SMT. There's an SMT with this high to there. What more do you need in a trade? Genuinely, what more do you need in a trade? We have liquidity sweep, a prominent liquidity sweep with a prominent high that could see reversal. We have a tap into a higher time frame gap. We have an SMT. We have crazy draws on liquidity lower. Genuinely, what more do you need, man? Like, what more do you need? And the thing about this is, yes, there's going to be people saying, okay, this is a pattern trade, data high, why'd you fade data high, blah, 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 right? But if this would have worked out, what would you have said? What would they have said? Oh, A plus shorts, I took those, right? It's the same fucking shit. If this would have worked and this would have played out, then everybody would be like, oh my gosh, that was A plus, such a good trade, blah, 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 blah. The only reason that people are saying that this isn't a good trade is because it didn't play out. But I'm here telling you that this is a fucking beautiful trade. There's literally nothing more in a setup that you need. This is bread and butter. Judas swing off market open, sweeping out liquidity, tapping into a higher time frame gap, sweeping out a high, SMT, draws on liquidity lower, inversion with displacement, literally V-shaped recovery, single candlestick, and we get fucked. So Anyways, I took that, and then I ended up taking another re-entry 30-second, like right up here. Got doubly fucked. Same thing. I was just targeting down here. The 30-second had an internal SMT from here to here, as well as still holding that SMT. So, you know, I thought it was stop raid, reversal, 30-second, boom, continuation, and that ended up losing too. So, biggest red day of my life ever. Fuck this shit, bro. Not actually, but you know, this one just hurts because it was A plus. It was A plus. It was absolutely beautiful. But with that being said, I don't really have more to tell you guys. Like, if you have questions about it, let me know down in the comments. But that's basically it, bro. It's not that complicated. Juice swing off market open, tap into an hourly and 15-minute gap with an SMT sweeping out a high, draws on liquidity lower. 4-hour gap lined up with triply stacked lows. You don't need anything else, bro. Genuinely, you don't need anything else. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for me. If I take a trade tomorrow, you guys will see me tomorrow. If I don't take a trade tomorrow, you won't see me tomorrow. But worst end to the month literally possible. But catch y'all boys on the flip side. Yeah, that's it for me. Peace.